Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1987 release by Dapol from their Doctor Who series of action figures and action playsets. Now these figures were released in 1987. The license was granted to them to produce figures for the 25th anniversary of Doctor Who, which was in 1988. So they produced their first range of figures in 1987 for the upcoming 1988 anniversary year. They did produce a variety of different characters and playsets, all based around the current Doctor at the time, which was Sylvester McCoy, although they did do some of the previous Doctors as well in that series. So that was series one. They then produced a second series in 1991, and they was then supposed to produce in 1989 they produced a second series. They was supposed to produce another series in 1991, but they had a fire at the factory in 1990, and a lot of the molds got destroyed. So the next batch of figures they didn't produce until 1996. Which was their series 3, and then they did do some sets after that, I think, which was towards the end of the 1990s, early 2000s, until the license expired. And obviously that was just before the new Doctor Who was released or went into production, and obviously then the license went to character options. But I've digressed here. We are looking at the 1987 release by Dapol, and this particular item we're looking at today, or this particular figure we're looking at today, is of the Doctor's robot dog computer, K9. Okay, so this is the card that it comes on. And it says Doctor Who, and you've got the TARDIS in the bubble, which is from the 1980s title sequence, Sylvester McCoy's opening title sequence. And there you've got an image of K9. And it says K9, the robot's personal K9, the Doctor's personal robot dog computer. And you've got the Dapol logo on the bottom left-hand side. Okay, so that's the front of the card. I'm just going to spin the card around, and let's see what we've got on the back. Okay, so on the back of the card, it says at the very top, not recommended for children under 5. You've got the same TARDIS in the bubble there from the opening title sequences, and it says Doctor Who from Dapol. You've got the barcode there, and it says the Doctor, a Time Lord from Gallifrey. Mel, the last companion of the 6th Doctor and the first companion of the 7th. The Tetrap, the first monster to encounter the 7th Doctor. The TARDIS, time and relative dimensions in space, the Doctor's time machine. K9, the Doctor's personal robot dog computer, and the TARDIS control console. And you've got BBC 1987, licensed by BBC Enterprise Limited, and the Tetrap is copyright BBC, Pip and Jane Baker, and you've got Dapol, Winsford, Cheshire. Okay, so that's the back of the card. So let's turn the card around now and have a look at the figure itself. Okay, so I've zoomed right in on the figure itself, and there you can see K9. Now, unfortunately, he's still sealed on the card, or fortunately, however you like to look at it, so I can't actually remove him from the card. And I don't have a K9 in my collection to show you what he looks like outside of the card. So we are going to have to just look at him through the bubble, I'm afraid. So let's just get some sizes of him first of all. So K9 measures from back to nose 8 centimeters. Height wise, we are looking at from the top of his ears to the bottom. Let's just move out a little bit. You can see it's 5 centimeters. And width wise, you can just, in fact, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So we are looking at about 3 centimeters wide at the widest point, which is his back there. Okay, now obviously K9 has got the ears at the top of his head, which I don't think they move. I think they're just literally there for show. I don't think you can turn them. He does have a pull-out blaster on his nose, so you can grab hold of it, and you just see it in there. You can grab hold of his nose and pull that out, which was his blaster. Other than that, he does have a pull back and go motion, just like the Daleks do in the Dapol range. So you pull him up, pull him back, and away he goes. And he's got a steering wheel at the front, so you can turn that to any angle you like. So if you turn it to the right, when you pull him back and go, he would circle around to the right. So that is and obviously he's got the K9 logo on both sides of him. There's no stickers on the top of him for his control panel or anything else, and he doesn't have his checkered collar. He's just got a gold collar on there. As we know, if you can see in the picture there, he's got a checked collar on, which he doesn't have. So I mean, detailing is not bad. They could have done better on this. I think they could have had the right collar on the tail. Actually, yes, sorry, one other function it does have: the tail does move from side to side when you roll K9 along the floor. So you put him back and go, the tail does move, the nose comes out. So there is a few functionalities on this one, which is probably a lot better than a lot of the others. But you know, again, the actual detailing is not quite there for me. If they had a sticker on the control panel, that would be great, and the right collar would have been perfect, and the item would have been just right for the collector. But unfortunately, they just didn't quite do that amount of detailing on the item, which is a shame, really. So incidentally, they also done a green version of this K9, which was a special edition for the 25th anniversary. I don't quite understand why they did it in green plastic, but there is a green plastic one that's also available. We did have a few of them, but unfortunately we have sold out of the green ones. But we've got a few of these in stock. Okay, so how well did these do? Well, yeah, back in the day, in 1987, these figures were very, very popular to the collectors and the fans of Doctor Who. The only downside was trying to get them, because they weren't readily available in toy shops. It was really only specialist shops that were offering these items for sale. And that's the way Dapol decided to go, because Dapol is a model train manufacturer, and all their models get sold through specialist shops, and they did the same with the Doctor Who merchandise, which was a shame, because it restricted a lot of people from actually being able to buy the items new back in 1987. But hey ho, that's the way they went, and obviously they done well out of it, because they kept the license for I think they're getting on for 15 years before it expired. So yeah, they obviously done quite well, and they did produce quite a lot of figures. But getting them was a problem, I say. I mean, you could send away for the mail order catalogue from Dapol, and you could order direct, send off your check or postal order, and you get the item back within about 28 days, something like that. Or you could go to the conventions or the events, or the exhibitions, because they was always on this, or being sold at the Blackpool exhibition on the Golden Mile, or at Longley in the Doctor Who exhibition. They're always selling them there. So, but I say otherwise, you had to go, especially shops like Forbidden Planet, to try and buy these items if you wanted them. However, now what we're talking 87 to 2024. What's that? 37 years ago? Yeah, 37 years. Well, in 37 years, these items have become seriously collectible. I mean, incredibly collectible. And trying to find them now in these mint, sealed, unopened conditions is extremely hard to do. You can pick a lot of these figures up. There was a lot produced, so there's a lot of them around on the platforms. But finding them in the unopened state as these are, unplayed with, untouched, is almost impossible nowadays. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find quite a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other Doctor Who items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we have got simply amazing items coming through. Old, vintage, ultra rare collectibles, which we're working very hard trying to get ready for the website, to get uploaded onto the website and to shoot videos for. So stay tuned, keep watching, because you will not want to miss these awesome items that are coming through. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.